Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Time for a United review. It's been a while since we've done a United review and it's been up and down. We actually, I'm going to start from March. I feel like it was sometime in February last time we did one of these, so we're going to start in March. And actually we're in the whole month of March unbeaten, which I'm fairly happy about. I am fairly happy about. Obviously starting the month off with a 1-1 draw to Fulham, where we ended up actually getting beat on penalties. Oh god, that was the day after my birthday as well, which is always great. It's always great. But yeah, we didn't lose within 120 minutes. We lost on penalties, which is just, it's painful. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes obviously dragging through that game, and then we played Real Sociedad, and you know, things starting to look nicer for us. Things are starting to look more up, and we're playing better. We are playing a lot better. Real Sociedad anyway, drawing 1-1 away from home in a game we really should have won. You know, the penalty is a weak penalty. But Zirkzee did score a weak goal that probably should have been saved. But the penalty was a very weak penalty, and yeah, it was disappointing to concede in that game. Like, I really thought that's where we were going to get tripped up, but we ended up coming through on it. But we'll get to that in a second. The Arsenal game was a game where it was like, yes, this is how we need to play. This is how we're going to play going forward. We're seeing the right steps, making the right steps, seeing the right ways, the right styles of play and stuff like that, and like the correct link-ups and stuff, and it's perfect. Another 1-1 draw, so 3 1-1 draws in a row, but Bruno Fernandes scoring a great free kick, Declan Rice scoring a bit of a worldie, so I think it was fair. It was fair, that game. My heart was on strings this whole game, though. My heart was on strings this whole game, because obviously the United's record of when we're winning at half-time at Old Trafford, we've never lost in the Premier League, which is a glorious record. It's a record that I love so much. My heart, as soon as Declan Rice scored, I was dying. I was dying inside. I was like, please do not take this away from me. I'd have probably cried, God knows. And then we had that Sociedad game that I went to, and I mean, I've been to all the Europa League games so far this year, but keep it up. We're going all the way to the final, guys. We're going all the way to the final, because 4-1, 3 penalties in the game. Bruno Fernandes hat-trick, which is always lovely to see. Dalot scoring late on as well. A red card for Aramburu on Real Sociedad. There should have been a lot more cards in this game, I'll tell you now. So I saw someone after the game say, loads of real cards in that game. There should have been more. The game was a vicious game. It was a really vicious game. Stupid penalties, just like what was going on. But we definitely deserved to win this game. We was by far the better team. We literally dominated them, and that's what I'm saying. Is it's going to take a while for Amorim's system to work in the Premier League, to like get kicking properly, because we need the right players. But it works perfectly in Europe, because it doesn't need the right players in Europe. It just needs the right system, and the system dominates in Europe, and that shows the right signs going forward. This is a game where in Ten Hag's system we would have easily slipped up, we would not won the game, but because we're playing in Amorim's system now, it's just perfect for European football, and it's just dominating European football. So we'll see how we go in next week's fixtures, but I'm keeping a positive outlook on it. And then the final game that we played in March was a 3-0 win over Leicester, whilst I was in Budapest, so it's not too bad. Højlund scoring, Garnacho scoring, and Bruno Fernandes scoring. That's another thing from the Sociedad game, is it felt like we was playing the whole game trying to make Højlund score. Thankfully scoring against Leicester. Hopefully his confidence picks up, but he didn't even play the next game. Anyway, Garnacho scoring as well, which is nice to see Garnacho get a goal. And then Bruno Fernandes as well scoring, which, you know, he's on great form. He was on great form in March. It's lovely to see when Bruno has these moments. It's like, yeah, you know, Bruno Fernandes is a fantastic player. I don't think people ever doubt him. And then our one game so far in April, obviously that 1-0 loss to Forest. But there were positive signs. Obviously, Langer scored very early on, and after that, we kind of held them to not really many chances throughout the game, and we actually put the pressure on most of the game. And this is what I'm saying is Amorim's system, yeah, it's taking its bumps, it's taking its time to get started, but once it goes, once it clicks, once it happens, once the players all figure out what they want to do, once we've got an actual team to play Amorim's system, we're not playing with Casemiro in midfield and stuff like that, we're gonna fly. I'm not wanting to be too, big-headed or whatever. What's gonna happen? We're gonna fly. Okay, we are gonna absolutely steamroll it, and I'm looking forward to it, because you can see the right styles of play. You can see how we're gonna play, and we can see it is gonna work. And once we get players that can finish at dinner and stuff like that, and we don't have to rely on Bruno Fernandes to be the most forward guy and the most backwards guy, giving the ball over to himself basically, for anything to happen. We'll be fine. Honestly, once we get, I think I'd say 3 more signings. Various positions could happen in, right? Various positions could happen in, but 3 more signings, and we'll be a step closer to that perfection. Because this Amorim system, honestly, is here to dominate. It is here to dominate, and it will dominate. People are saying he needs to change the system for it to work. No, he needs to change the players for it to work, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with seeing the right way of playing. Okay, under Ten Hag, it was not the right way of playing. We might have got some results, yeah, fairs, but it was not the right way of playing. Under Amorim, I'm seeing the right way of playing. We just need better players, and we got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games after the season, hopefully, after we beat Lyon, hopefully. Time for things to change, and we'll see. We can see them changes. I think the games where you're going to see some big changes, obviously a derby at the weekend, it should be a good one. It should be a good one. And that is a game where we're going to see how it is going to go forward for us. The Lyon games are the games that you got to keep your eye on. Thankfully, we got the second leg at Old Trafford, which is always a positive. We might really struggle in Lyon. Lyon are a good team. The Newcastle game, I can't see much getting out of that. The Wolves game, we should dominate Wolves. Bournemouth, we've been up and down actually recently. Brentford, been up and down recently. West Ham, we should easily be West Ham. Chelsea, towards the end of the season, that is a game that I'm looking forward to seeing. And seeing how we do in that game, especially considering the Europa League final is in between, like right after that game, so we might actually rest a lot of players for that Chelsea game. And then Villa on the last day of the season. It's a good way to end the season and see how we go in terms of that. Obviously, still sitting all the way down in 13th, 3 points off Palace. It's not great. We're still ahead of Spurs, though. We're still, as of right now, we're ahead of Spurs, unless Spurs manage to beat Chelsea. I don't think they're going to beat Chelsea. I think Chelsea could win tonight and end up hopping over City there. Obviously, Newcastle have a double game week next week as well, don't they? Where they could then hop back over and go back into 4th. It's going to be a good race towards the end of the season as well. I'm going to do a video on that at some point in terms of like the race for everything towards the end of the season. I might do that video when the league is decided, so I don't have to be talking about none of that crap, because I don't want to speak about none of that crap. But it's going to be the end of this video now, guys. If you've liked the video, please leave a like, see more, subscribe, because there's more on the channel every single day. Thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully I do catch you next time. Cheers.